And we're back. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your little break. Maybe refilled your water cup.
I'm glad the break is finally over because I want to see more games, Stasis.
Yeah, me too, man.
I want to see
all of
the
today's
rematch
games
here.
have been really good.
Yeah. Well,
I just want to point out, because we didn't get to talk about this as much, but that game we just saw between Optimus Prime and Alive really showed how much Terran vs. Terran is so about positioning. One guy is so far behind in supply. But oh my god, actually, excuse me, the countdown has already started. All right, the rematch. Don't forget our first game. Songo, a.k.a. Killer, defeating Optimus Prime, a.k.a. Polt. It was actually the most bizarre game we've seen, taking out the opponent's SCVs with Dark Templars, and then sending all the SCVs and Marauders and try to turret push him into his main. Barely denied via nice Archon Stalker Squash, as well as great job buying time, sacrificing probes. What are we going to see this game? Hell, I don't know, but it's going to be pretty sick here at the GSL Codex. All right, over here in the blue, our player who won the first time these two met.
He's it, Killer.
very scary.
Didn't do up his hair today. That's a new style he's digging. Remember, his hair was much more bleached before.
Well, it grew out, Tasis.
What?
It grew out.
Oh, I guess that's true, but I thought, I guess the makeup ladies did it like that then today. All right, over here in the bottom left, from the planet Cybertron. No, it's Optimus Prime. You and Artosis both keep doing it. God
Sorry.
damn it.
We can't help it, man. People change their IDs too much. It's actually...
Yeah, they do, but let's face it, Optimus Prime is better than Polt Prime.
I don't know. I grew fond of the ID Polt.
Well, shame on you.
All right. That's shameful, isn't it? You're right. I feel silly. All right.
What would your mother say? Now, we have quick, well, not quick, standard barracks and refinery.
Nice quick scout by Killer. Always appreciate a nice quick scout, Tasteless. Scouting is what championships are built off of. It's not
say
defense,
that to
it's
Sage.
not offense, it's scouting.
My home nerd, Sage.
Yeah, man. Well, nice pro harass once again from Killer. Optimus dealing with it better this game. No red SCVs yet. With that Marine popping out, he's going to have to run away. But, what will Killer do this game, Tasteless? What do you think? Will he go for a DT rush again?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't either.
No, because there's a ramp on this map. He doesn't need to do a weird build like that.
Will Optimus go for a 2 barracks play again? He's been
Actually,
loving it lately.
I don't think so, but maybe. I mean, he's got a lot of success with 2 barracks, not just even in this matchup. But I don't know. Looks like he's going to go for a factory first. Yeah. We'll get a shot of that in a second. Sorry, I was watching Artosis' screen.
And Killer. Is he going to grab a quick Stalker here or a Sentry? Stalker first. All right, so a Reactor coming out as well. That may very well mean Banshee play here. And of course, Banshee play is a direct counter to Dark Templar play. If you go, especially if you go close.
That's smart.
Yeah.
If Killer does go for it.
But again, I don't know that he will do the exact same build again. That's, I don't know, man. You can't just go DT every game.
No, you can't.
As Jinro taught San very well.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'll just make a bunch of Banshees. What are you going to do then? San was like, die, I guess. Command Center going up.
Banshee Command Center.
Well, actually, it's going to be a Hellion Command Center. Whoa.
Oh, interesting. We just locked eyes on that one.
Don't see enough Hellions in TVP. I'm super excited to see exactly what he does with this.
Here's one factor is that we've seen a lot of Protosses attack when we see the Terran take an expansion, which we're seeing in this case. We've all seen a lot of Protosses be the first ones generally to move out after its expansion time on the map. Not whether it's attack or just be on the map, they're the ones out there. So if you go for a Banshee, which we don't know if he's going to go, but if he does some kind of 2-pronged attack, or if he just tries to run into the guy's main and kill him, both are good.
One thing I would like to say is early on in the game, Hellions, if you do have a reactor for Hellions, they actually aren't that bad against any early Protoss units. They actually do fine against things like Stalkers because you get them so quickly out of that reactor. So, believe it or not, that is actually the case. We do have a Starport going up as well as a Robo and a Nexus.
Did he see? Can you check? Did he see the?
Let me check
the reactor and everything else.
He did not.
He did not. Okay.
Kid has no idea. All right. Well, a Viking being made. That's very interesting. Does he know what race he's playing against? Oh, beautiful!
Oh, no!
And
smart
this is second. That was a very smart second force field. Now watch this. I wasn't joking. They can be quite fine against Stalkers.
Until a Reaper comes out and kills the Hellions. It's like, what? What beats what in this game? That was a smart force field, though, by Killer. But that was a big loss. I mean, losing one Hellion, but still killing two sentries.
You have an Observer being popped out. Did not have to cancel the Nexus. But yeah, Tasteless, losing those two force fielders is not a good thing. I'm wondering what he's going to do with that Viking, though. That was like kind of an interesting thing for him to make. In fact, let me check. He canceled it. I'm wondering if his brain wasn't in TVT mode. I don't know.
Actually,
man.
no.
I don't think so. But
okay, here's a weird question. Have you ever done a build, but for some reason decided you're in a different map location?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
You know,
like if you played a previous game on a ladder game, maybe you guys have done this too, because I talked to a ton of people who've done this. Where you're playing a game like at 6 o'clock,
yeah,
and then the next game you go to 9 o'clock, but you're still thinking about, oh god, I got to get that. Yeah, that guy rushed me and I was at 6. I've seen the same thing where people do builds. They're still in a game where in a TVT and they open up, and they're thinking about, all right, yeah, you know, I use those Hellions, and then they go up there. But, you know, I don't know. I mean, Optimus, the guy who's a champion, doesn't seem to be like that kind of player. But, man, this did look like a TVT build. And I know a lot of people at home are like, what? No, shut up, Tastosis. That actually happens.
Yeah.
That actually happens.
You know,
all right, hold that thought.
Oh, very nice. The Hellions moving in, taking out some probes and getting out of there. You know, I don't think it is the case, but it does happen, absolutely, to top players all the time.
And for those of you who really don't play a ton of competitive StarCraft, that's actually a funny, real thing that people have experienced after a ton of games.
All right, so far the Hellions have actually been quite nice. You know, it's just sniping some stuff, making them lose some mining time, killing off sentries and probes. Very useful, very cool. It's 40 probes and 36 SCUs right now. We have double tech roots for Killer. Getting his charge on the way. Meantime, Polt, as you see, he's got his turret up, he's got a medevac out. And he's going into very standard Terran versus Protoss unit composition right now. A lot of barracks, a lot of upgrades, and a lot of medevacs. But Killer does have an observer in his main base, so he knows exactly what's going on, and knowing is half the battle.
All right, combat shields and stiff can be done along with the armor, so the Marines are going to be in pretty good shape. You know, both guys are looking to be just fine right now. A little bit of a supply lead for the Terran, but you know, to the Protoss' credit, he's doing a lot of different stuff at once.
Yeah, not a big deal. You know, as long as Killer just kind of stays in his base, upgrades, and defends, he's going to be fine. You know, he has 4 sentries even after losing those 2. He's got to be careful, though. He does have both watchtowers, so he can see anything coming. But he only has, I think, 1 observer right now. Yeah, just 1 observer. The other one was scanned and killed. And you really do want to keep as many observers out against Terrans as possible. You need to know when they're coming. You need to know when they're tech switching, what they're doing exactly in their main, stuff like that. It's actually very helpful and important.
All right, so Terran now moving out. I think he's sort of hoping that maybe Songho is going to get an expansion, something like that. Aha! All right, now here's the only issue. I don't know if doing a drop in one place and attack at the front is a good idea. Songho doesn't die to this.
Well, the observer will. Did it see it? Does not know this is coming, Tasteless, and his stalkers are out of position, but
there's
he goes
a drop!
Up. There's a drop in the main base, and he kills the first one, only letting a few units out. And with the second attack, the Charge Zealots do come in, and he moves back into the natural very quickly, realizing that he might be in trouble, letting his Zealots try to clean up the main drop. And oh my god, that medevac with only 20 points left.
Well, it had enough energy. And
wow. Wow.
Off the top of your head, you know this. How many stalker shots does it take to kill a medevac? Is it 10?
I don't know
is it 8?
the numbers, but I know the volleys. If you have 4 to 5 stalkers in the main base, it's going to take 2 to 3 volleys.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking. 5 would probably be the best number of stalkers in case one's out of the group. Then it's always going to be 2 volleys to shoot down the medevac.
There you go.
I just broke the game.
You broke it, Tasteless.
Broke it.
It's ruined. All right, so right now Killer is behind supply-wise. It's 129 to 104, but this does not by any means that Polt wins. We have 2
Optimus.
forges going. Okay, Optimus.
All right.
We have 2 forges going. The Templar Archives is up off 2 base, but he's not going Psystorm. Instead, he used that for Archons because he had extra gas, and now he's going for Robotics Facility. Well, he already has it, but he's going for Robotics Bay to actually get Colossi out. So he's got the +1 armor. Polt almost at 1-1, but Killer will be at 1-2 before he's at anything more than that.
Uh-oh. Could have a drop over here. Watch out for that lava. It's like a Mario level with those little things coming out there.
The fireballs.
Uh-oh. All right.
Killer right now.
Killer is actually
just
like
has
going
to-
for everything, man. If he has good defense, he's going to have like the most fully operational Protoss army you could imagine.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Very nice force field right there. Oh. And has to pull back, but he looks like he will kill that factory off. The 2 dropships on the side of the map, Taste is just kind of waiting for their chance, but Killer does have 6 Stalkers and 2 Zealots inside his main base, so... This is actually a little bit tense right now, everybody. We do have the 3rd base of Polt going up. That's fine, though. You can expect Terran to expand quicker than you when you're going against Marine Marauder Medevac, because they do have some map control. Killer now putting up his, though. Good timing on it as his Colossi are starting to pop out. He's safe from drops in his main. And he's got a nice, sizable land army out there. Excuse me.
Double barracks.
We do have ghosts on the way. Only 1 starport still.
No,
for Polt.
the planetary there for Optimus. No orbital. Not even with his medevacs and stuff that he doesn't want to counterattack.
You know, Killer's actually. Excuse me, Dace. Killer is actually a player well known for DT harassment late in the game, so I like that
point.
planetary. So
yeah, he's one of the guys that really utilizes that. Now it almost seems like he wants to attack. What I mean when this base finishes.
You know, I feel like he's just waiting to really draw Killer's attention somewhere and then do that drop still. He's still got a huge amount of supply in dropships. 192 supply for Polt, 169 for Killer. Link on the way, +3 armor on the way, +2 attack on the way. Killer's really doing well on his upgrades. Polt, he's got 2-1 with 2-2 on the way, so he's actually really keeping up very, very well on upgrades. 4 ghosts in his army.
All right, now this is a pretty sexy little unit mixture, but okay, hold that thought. Now this is a good job. He's warping Zealots right to the front of that. As you can see, using the Stalkers to shoot down the medevacs.
Just targeting those Stalkers away, but the medevacs do all, in fact, go down, and this drop will be cleaned up.
And that is a real blunder there by Optimus. I mean, yeah, by Optimus.
They changed their names.
I know, it's messing with me, too.
All right, here we go. Polt attacking in a little bit. He does have ghosts. And here they come.
Oh my God, nice EMP. No sentry usage here.
Uh-oh.
He might want to turn around. He needs to turn around.
Yeah, he does, Tasteless. The Colossi took too long to get into that battle. The Zealots taken out before they can make a huge difference with those Colossi. And now he's just going to stim forward, but more Zealots coming in. Polt now looks like he's going to have to be on the run. And he's got to be careful because these 3 Stalkers with Blink could possibly take out a lot of medevacs here. But he turns around instead. Well, I would say just a very slight blunder there.
Here's the thing, Artos. It's as good of a move as it was for Optimus to get that planetary, knowing that Songho Killer would basically do DTs in the late game. He's not at that point yet. He probably should have got an orbital, had more mules dropped, and taken the 4th base, and then gotten a planetary there, especially with the double medevacs out on the map.
And we have another attack coming out. He does have some Vikings at this point. Not a ton of Stalkers out. And, well, he's doing actually a lot of damage. The Sidestorm finishes.
He can't actually really storm on those Vikings with his army placement.
And he's actually just targeting down all of these Colossi. One Colossi is left. It does get taken out. The armies, both armies, basically devastated. And Polt still up 32 supply. But we have great upgrades for both players. 3-3 on the way for Polt. We have 2-3 for Killer, but he's not going to get that +3 attack. Looks like he's a little bit against.
He's only just now getting concussive shell.
Uh-oh, and this is starting to look a little bit bad. Tasteless. Polt just rallying up more and more units. No Psystorm yet for that High Templar. And it does get sniped out. That is
should still barely hold this, I think.
Yeah.
But guys, I want to mention this again. He's only just now getting concussive shell. That's a mistake. Like, that's not like a strategic mistake. That's like, oops. Yeah. I forgot concussive shell this entire game. And this game would be probably over in Optimus's favor had that not happened.
Well, I think it might be soon anyways, Tasteless. His rallies are really, really good. His macro is just on top of it. He's on the ball.
It was that one moment where the Vikings got in there and just mowed down the Colossi.
Yeah. Now, Polt, his army, his standing army near Killer's base is very, very strong. Killer does not have a Psystorm. He does have 2 Colossi and 2 Archons. But will that be enough to hold this back? Nice feedbacks going off. But does he have enough to tank this damage? He can't keep losing expensive units such as Archons and Stalkers.
Yeah.
Needs to be throwing away more Zealots for that.
Oh, he spotted the gold too.
At the same time, Killer spotted his gold. Look at that. Ooh. A gold for a gold.
I almost said he spot the gold. That's almost what came out of my mouth. Now, you know, it's kind of interesting. Killer is somewhat up against the ropes right now.
Yeah, he is. But his unit composition is so good. If he can keep going Colossus High Templar with just random other smatterings, then he's going to get super, super cost efficient. And as you get super, super cost efficient, then even though Polt is out-macroing you, I mean, he's still up almost 40 supply, about 35. You know, Killer is still going to be in the game.
Yeah, he's using a lot of his chrono boost here on the upgrades. I think actually Optimus's goal right now is to actually just hold the upper left location until he gets the gold base running for as long as possible. Note, Vikings and Ghosts are coming into play, so his unit composition becoming much more complex.
Yeah.
There's really no room here for Killer to actually switch into DTs, it seems like.
Yeah, I agree with you fully, Tasteless. He cannot go DT right this moment. There's actually so many Ghosts out. He only has 2 planetaries, though. So that's actually, Thing is, Killer is spending every ounce of gas on Colossus High Templar. He realizes that he has to be in that super cost-efficient mode. A lot of this actually looks like it will come down to Viking placement and EMPs. Will the Vikings get the right angles on the Colossi? And will the EMPs actually hit the High Templar? Because there are a lot of High Templar out right now. He has 6 right now with his army.
Yeah, and we've seen some pretty good EMPs from this guy before in the TSL.
Oh, this is getting real, Tasteless. Really real. Nice size storms indeed, all over the place, Tasteless, and getting those Vikings as well. A lot of red Vikings. The Vikings go out, and now the Archon's going to be able to take a lot of damage while these Colossi just march right in there and clean up. But does he have enough gateway units? More Zealots being warped in.
Nice spreading here.
Wow. And Polt has to turn around and run, and suddenly Killer takes the supply lead after those amazing size storms. Wow, that is actually exactly what Killer was waiting for. Now he can finally get that gold base up. Of course, Polt is a little bit ahead right now. Or Optimus is a little bit ahead right now. As Tasteless wants me to remember. I have a hard time, Tasteless. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, you're fine. Now the tables have turned. It's going to be Killer's time to move down. Well, it could be, but he's not going to. Now he's going to go back, play defensive. Now wanting a small number of Optimus' units to get up there and penetrate that upper left location.
Now Killer has to be careful. Right now is not the time to truly strike. He's starting to push back a little bit because where are the Vikings? There are very few indeed. But when it's small units counts versus small unit counts, Terran is going to take the lead naturally in that circumstance because of Marauders. Really
Can't run away from those.
Killer right now, what he wants to do, get the gold base running, let it be, you know, the same number of base versus same number of base. You have a better unit composition. You're going to just get some more High Templars in there. He has a couple right now. And just focus on that. You can actually win a long game in this scenario. There's not a lot of map left for Terran to actually take and keep refilling this less cost-efficient army.
Terran can't take the middle right with ease, and the middle left with it's almost impossible. So Protoss should probably just stall out here.
Yeah. If I'm Protoss in this situation, Tasteless, I chill while my gold is going, and I get that sick unit composition once again.
Yeah.
Well, we will see if that is
We
what
have something going down to the bottom right. Was it Dark Templar?
Was it?
I think so.
I'm looking for the Dark Templar Shrine.
Was it? Is he not? I'm sorry.
Oh, I think it was a Zealot, actually. Well, anyways, regardless of what it was, Killer looks like he is hungry for battle. He's moving out. He has so many Colossus right now, Tasteless. This is actually... He is getting...
Upgrading shields, too.
7 Colossus right now. And he's even making another Colossus. That's actually to the point where, well, Marine Marauder isn't going to do much to you anymore, okay? It's going to be, do you have enough to stop the Vikings?
Oh my god, ouch.
Ow, indeed. I want to point something out here. Let me give you some unit counts. 7 Colossus against 6 Vikings. That's all I need to say.
That's
actually hugely in Killer's favor. All he has to do is just control his army right. Even if it all gets EMP'd, he has so many Colossus.
Yeah, no kidding.
They are just going to tear through everything with their +3
Note
attack.
the gold's almost mined out because he was dropping only his mules over there.
That's quite true, Taste.
A drop in the upper right side with an all-out attack on the upper left.
That is a lot of units. And in fact, Killer only has 8 supply left to warp in with, so he is way out of position to defend that. This is actually a very important moment in this game, Tasteless. Will he get any important tech buildings?
He could. He's going to get these warp gates, that's for sure.
Killer warping in 3 High Templars and a Zealot in his main base. Maybe using them for feedbacks.
Nice, very nice.
Indeed feedback 2 of the medevacs. But he's, well, what is he going to do here? He's not really going home.
I think he thinks the expansion is probably a little bit more valuable than
He may be right,
this
Tasteless.
army.
There's a lot of ghosts in here. 5 ghosts. Not enough Vikings, though, to make a huge difference. And
oh my god, nice EMP on all the ghosts.
Indeed,
and there's no stalkers. Well, not enough stalkers to defend all these Colossi.
Oh, and half his Colossi actually attacking the wrong things right now. His unit control is just falling apart at the moment. But he still has several Colossi here, and that is just, oh man, you have to make sure that you're not attacking the orbital. He almost killed the orbital there, but...
Oh my god, did Killer just botch this game?
He may have.
I think he did. How many gateways does he have?
He only has 4. He is warping in some more at his 3rd base, though. You know, it was an important expansion to defend, that is for sure, but he needed to be more cost-efficient there.
Well, check the 3rd base for Optimus, can you? All right, that's almost mined out, too.
Yeah. But he does have a slight supply lead.
He's evacuating the gold base. He's going to try to regroup, save his main, and then expand again.
Yeah.
This game's getting weird.
The game is pretty wild at the moment, Tasteless. Only 1 stalker in this army. Only 1 stalker. That's actually a huge factor right now. 1 stalker and 1 Archon. That is his anti-air.
Gold base basically empty. This base has about maybe 2 minutes left on it.
So right now, Optimus is almost dry. He's definitely going to try to take that base, but one of the huge things, Tasteless, there's not much anti-air. The Vikings being made right now can take out those Colossi very easily.
Could he actually move towards the Terrans? Well, you could give me a shot. I mean, well, I just want to check on your screen.
What?
Could he actually just attack the Terran? Oh, no, he couldn't. The Terran army's a little bit too big, I think.
Yeah, you don't want to attack
the 4
right
Vikings,
now.
yeah.
It's a hard place for Killer. He wasn't cost efficient enough, and he lost too much of his main. It was worst of both worlds.
All right. This could be bad. Note Optimus expanding to the middle right.
He's also expanding to the right-hand side and redropping the main right now. Optimus getting all over the place. And here we go, a huge battle. And good
He did get the Vikings there.
But there's not a lot of anti-air here, just that 1 Stalker and Archon. Nice
Gotta
storms.
regroup.
And once again, his unit's just not all attacking the same place.
Oh my god, this is going to be a game that will will haunt
Yes.
a Killer for the rest of his pro gaming career.
That is the
for
way
sure.
to say it, Tasteless. If he had controlled his armies in both those situations better, I feel he could have absolutely won this game.
I'm telling you guys, this is why Optimus Prime is a champion, and Killer's this guy who's good, but just keeps getting far and not far enough.
Yeah. You have to make sure that your Colossi are all attacking. GG.
GG.
Optimus advances the round of 16.
Wow.
Putting on quite a show against Polt, though, who was previously undefeated in TVP.
Man, you got to be feeling good about that game. That's actually a game that neither of those two are ever going to forget. It is, oh wow. That
Very
is
unhappy
the
with
poopy
himself.
face.
That is the ultimate poopy face, man.
Man, I feel bad for the guy.
Yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking. You know, he chose Polt. He just wailed on him the first game, and in the second game, I got to tell you, man, Killer has made some mistakes today. He did that Guardian Shield instead of a hold position. He definitely, in that game, the 2 times that he engaged right at that location that Polt was trying to expand to, his Colossi just weren't attacking the right things. He was not actually dealing the right amount of damage to the actual Terran ball. You have to be very careful about that. Polt totally abused him in that way. So we see here,
so we got
Huck in first place, Optimus in second, Killer stays in Codes, and Alive goes the up and down matches.
Right, so we got Killer looking like the Thundercats. Lion-O. Then we got, what kind of eyes are those on Optimus?
Scary ones?
Sexy
I feel like
ones.
he is from Rocky Horror.
He's actually got,
Picture Show,
Alive has
actually.
baby anime eyes.
Oh,
and
he
then
does. He has
right
like
now,
cherub eyes or something.
Huck looked like he was in a prison photo. So.
Well, at least Huck doesn't have the eyeliner, Tasteless.
Well, he said don't put it on me.
He's a smart guy.
I wouldn't put the eyeliner on.
Huck's a manly man.
Maybe just
He's a
one
man's
tear
man.
going down like this.
Yeah. Well,
Because I bleed, because I'm dark,
the next day.
because I'm an emo nerd. I just get on the forums like, why do I even try to play Zerg? Right?
So you're a Zerg.
Yeah,
Zerg
because all the
nerd.
Zergs are emo guys. My race is so hard, but I'm not smart enough to change it. Like, right? I bleed.
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I'm right. That's funny. That's funny.
It's cute.
So,
it's really cute.
basically, that was we don't have time. We're going to go to a break. All right, we'll be right back. 2-minute break. Don't go too far away. We'll be right back here at the GSL.